I'm Amy Cherry.
There was a good response, but there are certainly areas where we can make improvements.
That was what State Rep Paul Renner learned about relief and response efforts from Hurricane Irma as he toured damage. He says he'll look to make changes on the state and federal level.
A lot of times funding coming through FEMA is a painful and long process. We're still waiting on funding here in Flagler County from Hurricane Matthew, and so that type of thing really shouldn't be. This should be a time when bureaucracy stands aside and we let common sense and practicality take charge and get things done and get back to normal as quickly as possible.
Renner says with two major hurricanes in less than a one-year span, northern Florida has to be more prepared for the next storm that could come at any time.
This portion of WNZF Local News, a service of the Daytona Beach International Airport. Fly to the Big Apple in a New York minute on JetBlue from the Daytona Beach International Airport.
Thanksgiving break is safe for Flagler County students, but students will have to lose one of their days off next month to make up for time off during Hurricane Irma. Classes were canceled for 6 days during and after the hurricane. District officials had already planned for about half that time by building in some longer school days. But October 16th, that day was supposed to be a teacher work day. That will now be a full school day. If school is missed for any other reason between now and Thanksgiving, some of that holiday break could be used as makeup days. Flagler County could be getting a big chunk of change tied to unfounded ethics complaints lodged against county officials. Ben Smith reports.
Last September, Flagler County officials petitioned the Florida Commission on Ethics to try to get back some of the money spent fighting 5 ethics complaints in court. An administrative law judge recommended last month that former Flagler County Elections Chief Kimberly Weeks should repay the county more than $60,000 for the, quote, malicious and reckless, unquote, filing of a 2014 ethics complaint against County Attorney Al Hadid. Last week, the same judge decided that the 4 other complaints were also filed with ill intent, including a nearly $69,000 decision on Weeks' complaint against County Commissioner Charlie Erickson. Dennis McDonald is recommended to pay back $59,000 for his complaint against Commissioner George Hands. The judge also recommended that Mark Richter Jr. pay about $113,000 for his filings against Commissioners Nate McLaughlin and the late Frank Meeker. The State Ethics Commission is expected to consider the recommendations at its October 20th meeting. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Ben Smith.
Mosquitoes are in for a rude awakening this Friday in Flagler County. John Arking has more.
With an analysis indicating that the local mosquito population is up to 3 times its normal size in the aftermath of Hurricane Irma, officials are cautioning residents to do what they can to try and limit their spread. County and state officials sent 2 planes Friday and Saturday to spray for mosquitoes throughout the region. Bob Snyder, director of Flagler County's Health Department, speaking on WNZF's Free for All Fridays, said there's still much that residents need to do to protect themselves.
So you just want to make sure that you follow that mantra of drain and cover. Just get rid of and empty all bird baths, pet water, tires that have water in it. And of course, when you're outside, wear shoes, socks, long pants, long sleeves, and use insect repellent with DEET.
A similar aerial spraying effort in Clay County was halted after opposition from residents there. Instead, that'll be handled by slow-moving trucks along that county's 1,400 miles of roads. However, Flagler County Administrator Craig Coffey said he was unaware of any local opposition to aerial spraying. John Arking, Flagler's Morning News.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Amy Cherry.